Alright, hey everyone, Shoe Shack Redemption here to hopefully make the Orlando Magic into a winning team. We improved, I guess there's that. Yeah, so we went from 6-76 to 38-44. So I mean a 32 win improvement's pretty good, but unfortunately we missed the playoffs by 3 games, which was underwhelming. We were really bad on the road. Home we were, well, in the playoffs home-wise, but we were real bad on the road. So we got some changes to make, hopefully, here in the off-season. You see the Bulls beat the Sonics in the finals. The first year the Bulls beat the Mavericks in the finals. So we're going to go ahead into the off-season. We're going to check the retirements, and we're going to save the people who really did keep playing. Moses, I think, played more. He didn't. Wow, I didn't realize he didn't try to retire the first year. So we're going into 93-94. Edwards was still playing. Tree already tried to retire. Walter Davis was already gone. Yes. Cheeks was probably gone too. Yes. And John Long kept playing. Vinny was probably done. Ricky, I feel like, played longer than I thought he did. No? Okay. Mahorn was still going, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, he was still 99. So some of these guys are still going to retire too early, but we're only doing max 4 seasons, and we're going into the 3rd season, so Herb was still going. I don't know about Lister. Yes. Shea's played forever, I think. Yes. Rambus, I know, played 94, right? Oh, he's already tried. In case you're wondering how I'm randomly doing this, it's looking at Basketball Reference on my phone. They are my go-to for just about everything. I think, yeah, he already tried. Neely was gone. I think this guy played forever. I think he already tried, though, yeah. That's how I found that out. Ruland was done, I think, yes. Wiggins, I have no idea. He was done. And we're into the fake guy. Oh, he just had a real number. I thought maybe he was real. Alright, Hall of Fame, we got nobody because it was going to be Moses probably. Walter Davis's number gets retired in Phoenix. Cool. We have the Bucks, Mavs, and Nuggets changing to their new logos and jerseys. No rule changes. We have no draft picks. We'll still go ahead and watch the lottery. So Spurs, Celtics, Kings. That's our Magic pick that the Sonics have. We're going to hope that that doesn't jump up. Okay, good. So we would have had the 11th pick had we not traded it for Derek McKee. Nets. We got the Pistons. See if there are any changes here. The Warriors have not been good. We have one of their picks. Oh my, the Bucks, Hawks, and Warriors have moved into the top 3. I'm sorry, what? Okay, well, it was the Bucks that got the number 1 pick last year, and I traded number 2 and lots of other stuff to get Shaq. So if the Bucks get number 1 again, the Spurs were supposed to be number 1, and they get 4th. They were really hoping for Chris Webber because they started a really bad rookie at center. The Hawks get third, and they still have Dominique and Willis. The Bucks don't have a great team, and they did get number one. So 2 in a row, 2 lotteries in a row for the Bucks. That's special. And as a reminder, we have no draft picks. There are no other trades across the league. I think, yeah, we don't have any staff changes to do because we locked everybody up. Well, we got a whole new staff last year, so that's done. I had considered getting a new coach, but actually he got better. I don't know that I've ever noticed a coach get better. I mean, they have potential for a reason, obviously, but I'm pretty sure he was like a star or star and a half at offense, so I don't know. Maybe that'll be helpful. We've got an offensive assistant. Most of these assistants are offense. Maybe that's why we suck at defense. Our big problem in the year was defense. We did fine scoring when Shaq was healthy. I am curious because Larry Brown got fired. Phil Jackson's available. He'd be really good to have. Greg Popovich, they wouldn't let me talk to him before. He's still got 2 years left. I'm not going to fire my coach just in hopes that... There's Rudy T, too. I'm not going to fire him just in hopes that one of these good guys sign with me. Although Rudy has no offers, but he also only has 2 badges. That's sad. So I think I just move forward. I am going to go look to see where those guys ended up just because I'm curious. Rockets do not have Rudy T anymore. I think that guy was the Mavericks coach. Larry Brown got fired by the Spurs and brought back by the Spurs. I think they probably should have promoted Popovich. Did everybody go back? Bulls got Phil Jackson back. So Rudy T. Oh, there he is, to the Lakers. All right. Interesting. All right, draft combine. Don't care. Now's the time to go ahead and see if there's people we want to trade. So, Karate's probably going to be gone. Nate is a good backup point guard. BJ is an option of trading. We're going to go and see what we can get for him. We gave them Brian Williams. Robert Ory's pretty cool. He'd be a good, probably backup 3 and 4. But we have Dennis Scott. LaFonso Ellis was the 3rd pick, and Stacey King is another guy we'd like to trade. Terrell Brandon in a 1st. He's got to get better, right? Terrell Brandon is an A- potential. He does not play defense at all, and not a great shooter, but had pretty good stats. 2 steals for somebody at 66 at defense. Rick Fox was somebody I'd be interested in. Hogman in a 1st for a team that just got a top 3 pick. So there are options here. Greg Anthony in a 1st. But we've got to get better. Like, we can't just get picks because we have this season and one more to try to beat this challenge. Ellie is another guy we can see. I'd rather get one of, like, a draft pick this year, but nobody seems to be giving that. They're taking a pick from me. Why is nobody trading me any picks this year? Why is that not a thing? Spurs were real bad and aren't going to get much better. That's a pretty good deal, and we'd probably retrade Carr. Sonics are really good. Nick Anderson won't re-sign. We have some options of who we could try to get with Mitch Richmond and somebody else as a free agent. Scott and McKee, I kind of want to keep. Scott as a sixth man, and McKee's a really good defender who doesn't have to score a whole lot. Horace Grant and Stacey King are probably tradable. Geiger, I wish I didn't. Oh my gosh, nobody even will give me anything for Geiger. Let's try King first. Because a first round pick for Stacey King, like that, sounds pretty good. Probably not from a good team. But the Cavs might not be too good for long. The Pistons have been pretty bad. Where are the Cavs at this year in the draft? 21. So they were good. But, well, Doherty's been hurt. Price and Nance are free agents. So they could be worse next year. I feel like that's a pretty good deal. Oops. Unless I can package him with something. But my thought with Horace Grant, so he was really mad. I don't know why, other than maybe he wasn't getting enough shots for his 86 overall self. But he shouldn't really get more shots than he was. And I set the rule of not doing anything with tendencies for this challenge. So, can I see free agents still? That's next year's free agents. That's not helpful. Okay, well, I do know that Charles Barkley's a free agent. So I had this thought of, do I go all in for Charles Barkley to have a Shaq and Chuck combo and then trade Horace Grant for a point guard or a shooting guard? Well, that's an awful trade. Dale Ellis is a scorer, which I do kind of want a three-point shooter to put around Shaq, but more like 3 and D. A 3 and D shooting guard would be the way to go. Brandon and a first. So these are the same guys. Oh my, Danny Manning. These are the same guys that popped up for B.J. Armstrong in some cases. I wonder if I put Armstrong and Grant, what would that do? But I don't want to trade Grant until I have Charles Barkley, I think, unless I get something here that blows me away, like 26-year-old Derek Coleman. I don't know that that's who I want, but oh my, Isaiah Thomas. He is still good at defense and still very fast for 32 years old. Going into what was his last year in real life. Sabalos. Alright, let's try Grant and Armstrong and see. These are the guys I got for Scott Skiles and the number 3 pick last year. Gill is a 3 and D guy. He probably scores too much. Oh, he's not a 3. That's a 70. But he probably scores too much for what I'm looking for. Coleman in the 10th pick is interesting. Leitner was the 6th pick last year. Del Curry is 3 and no D. Isaiah in the 9th pick. That uses up a lot of my money, which I wouldn't want to do that until after I've offered somebody like Barkley. So I'm just getting an idea of what I could get. He is definitely 3 and D. Dan Marley would be wonderful for this team. He makes a lot of money. Dan Marley. I gotta remember Dan Marley as a possibility. So really the only point of trading now is to get a draft pick, and that seems to not really be a thing. Nobody is offering 93 picks, but maybe they would during the draft. Brandon honestly is going to be pretty close to Armstrong's overall after this offseason. I don't think BJ's going up, and Brandon should. And a first round pick's pretty cool. There's Gil again. Trying some different combos just to see what's out there. King I need to trade just to free up that cap space. Like getting Dale Davis would be pretty cool as my backup big. Like I might just go click Dale Davis and see what happens because he can rebound and defend. 81, really good at offensive rebounding. Plus he's 78 overall. He's seems okay with not scoring that much. Did I try just King already? I think I did. Yeah, because I saw that I could get a first round pick for him. Alright. Phil's is probably... He's making too much money if he's not going to play, probably, but he has a chance of being my second backup wing. So I have, right now, Scott and Ellie as my backups. But if I trade Ellie to clear his million... I'm hoping that 12.65 is what we're about to have. I don't know when the cap changes, if it's in free agency, because I'm pretty sure it said I should have money. No, it says I don't have cap room. I don't know, has the cap gone up yet? It said I was going to have a lot of cap room this year. Now I'm doubting it. Oh, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, I haven't tried it on this game, but on 2Ks before, if you clear cap holds early in the off-season, like before the options and stuff, it deletes the players from your game. So just look out for that in case that's still a thing. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and do pre-draft forecasts just for guys I might have a chance for if I get a trade offer. So we'll just scout some people here. And now we'll go into the draft. I'll go a little ways and then I'll stop to see. The Bucks are going to get Chris Webber. And I bet the Warriors get Anthony Hardaway. No, they go with Vin Baker. Okay. Should I pause and try to get the fourth pick? What will it take to get the fourth pick? Who was it? The Spurs? They probably can't trade it. Oh, they can. Horace Grant. Do I trade Horace Grant to get Penny Hardaway and then really hope that I can sign Charles Barkley? I'm going to try BJ Armstrong. And that. And King. They cannot take his contract, but they can take Ellie. Ellie Armstrong in the Bulls' future first. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and get Penny Hardaway. How about that? We don't have to worry about a guard. He can either be point guard or shooting guard. Well, if we get Barkley, that's a lot of scoring in the starting lineup, but he's not exactly defense. Great at layups, not very good at threes, pretty good at passing. Oh, 65. That might not be right, though. 93 class, yes, I did like made sure all the numbers and positions and overalls were pretty accurate, but didn't look at attributes specifically. So, hey, Penny Hardaway's coming to the Magic. All right. And we cleared up, well, I don't know if we cleared cap space, because I don't know what Penny's going to make. Probably too much. What does Shaq make? 2.42, so maybe Penny's around 2 million. We traded 1.6 worth. We still have Stacey King. See if draft picks from this draft pop up now. It looks like no, but we can still get first for him, so I think that's what we'll do once we hit free agency and know how much money we need to get. I kind of wasn't paying attention. What happened? So Rodney Rogers went to the Celtics and Lindsey Hunter to the Kings. Jamal Mashburn to the Mavericks, that's cool to see. Nuggets, Chris Mills. Pistons with a Sean Bradley. Nets go with Mirasan. Sonics with Cheney. Lakers, Allen Houston. Sam Cassell to the Clippers. Rockets, Rex Walters. I feel like there's still some decent guys like Nick Van Exel out there. George Lynch. There is a trade. The 18th and a future first for Moses Malone in a second. So the Bullets going all in. So Moses tried to retire, and Alonzo Mourning was drafted last year by the Bucks at number 2. So they're freeing up more playing time for him by getting 2 firsts. Good deal by the Bucks, I would say, who also just got Chris Webber. They have Alonzo Mourning, Chris Webber, and James Robinson. Kind of a womp womp. The Knicks are also trading their pick for Buck Johnson and Danny Shays. That's not good. And they got Bruce Bowen. So Rockets, I think, with a good trade there. Pacers go with Irvin Johnson, Doug Edwards, Lucius, Burns, Earl, Burrell, Graham. I'm going to pause it and see if there's anybody still around that's not been picked that I should consider getting a second round pick for. Whitney wouldn't be bad. Brian Russell's still there. He could replace, I just traded Ellie. He could replace Ellie. Bo Outlaw and Corey Blunt are still there. Let's see, do the Spurs want to trade again? It's doing all sorts of deals with the Spurs. They say no. Really? I feel like the answer is really yes. They just don't do offers for second rounders? Is that a thing? Well, I would trade you Matt Geiger for a second rounder. Is that a thing? Because Geiger was awful when he played. He didn't get to play all that much. And I guess he might go up. There's a chance of that. So if we re-sign Nick Anderson, we have Penny, Anderson, Scott, Grant, and O'Neal. The starting lineup for the Magic. Not till 94-95 though, right? Because Grant didn't come till then. So, do we try to trade Geiger for a second? No, I think we have too many young people, so that was kind of part of the deal last year. We had too many young guys and no veterans. There's Russell to the Rockets, Chris Whitney, so all the guys I would want are gone at this point. Terry DeHare. Still got some real guys going. Eric Riley. We got a trade of a second rounder for Roy Hinson. Scott Haskin. Me. Peplowski. Mackey. Corey Blunt goes to the Kings. It's not bad for a late second. All of the real guys are probably gone. Nope. Antonio Harvey to the Jazz. And that'll be it. So it says Penny's 79. Let's see if those attributes look any different. His threes are better than what... Maybe my scout wasn't very good. His layups and dunks aren't as good as what my scout said. His D is 7 better. I think it said 65 before. He can't rebound for some reason, even though he's a 6'7" point guard. It's not going to show me his contract yet, is it? Penny Hardaway to the Magic. Well, we're going to try to do what the Magic couldn't do, and that is win with Shaq and Penny. We have no options. Isaac Austin has his team option accepted. A lot of these guys all declined. Qualifying offers. I'm not going to extend Michael Curry. He didn't get to play much, but when he did, it was not as good as that first season, which got him another year. Crotty didn't get to play at all, I don't think. So we'll free those roster spots. And we have no cap room. We have 1.33. Barkley wants 5.5. And he is getting it from only the Sixers, almost $6 million. So it seems like that's where he's going back to. We can clear up some cap holds, which won't do much. Nick Anderson might be our best option, but we need to trade. Stacey King still. I really thought it said I was going to have money, but I guess I was looking, maybe this shows like the next year. Because I was on this, yeah, and I saw that 10.83, but it was before. It was 92, 93 to 93, 94. So yeah, next year I don't have much money. It's 3 guys under contract once I trade Stacey King. So next year could be my real option if I can't get it done this year. But I think Stacey King's got to go. I like Nate as the backup point guard. I like Scott as the backup small forward. And between Nate and Scott, I don't really need a good backup shooting guard, so Phils can be that. We will need a new backup power forward that's pretty good. If we trade King, King did all right. He was hurt after I traded for him. We keep trading with the same teams, the Spurs and the Bulls. Manute Bol is going to be my backup center as long as he doesn't go down a whole bunch, because Shaq's only going to need about 10 minutes of rest. So a backup power forward and a starting shooting guard. If we're keeping Horace Grant, which... Let's try them together just to see. Hersey Hawkins would be a shooting guard. We'd lose a lot of money. I don't know how I can even afford this. Purvis and Ori. If I could trade King for Ori, I'll do that. LaFonso gets Skiles back. Hot Rod would be a backup power forward, or a starter even. Probably not a great defender, though. 77, not bad. Can't rebound. Danny Manning. Coleman in a first. I don't get that. Coleman is mostly offense, but he's 77 at defense. Grant's super good, which is why I'm kind of afraid. Like, he's 92 and amazing at rebounding. So I feel like I should probably give it another try to see if he can stay happy. If I wasn't going to get Barkley to work, I guess keeping Grant. And then if he continues to be upset, oh my God, Dan Marley's there though. Dan Marley as my starting shooting guard. But then who's my starting power forward? This loses me $500,000. Try just king. Well, the Bucks were not good, but they might be now with Weber and Mourning. Definitely don't want John Koncak's contract. Or LaSalle Thompson. Danny Ferry makes a whole lot of money. So I'm not getting good stuff for Stacey King. That's kind of a given. I mean, getting any first for him might be good, but that's only if I'm going to sign someone better than him. So I said a starting shooting guard, which Nick Anderson I can go over the cap to get. Whoops. $1.33, and if I trade King for picks, that's 2.9, which still wouldn't be enough for him. So I sign Anderson. If I trade King now and sign someone else, no, I can't work that out, I don't think. Starks plays better defense probably. 80, holy moly, 89? John Starks is all about the defense. That says 99 at something. Hands. He's 83 at threes. He shot amazing the last 2 years, which are the years we've done. Anderson was good. He's 84 at threes, 78 at defense. John Starks would be an option if I trade King to free up the space for him. He has an offer. The Suns, that doesn't matter. Trying to give him the minimum. We could also go for a point guard. It seems like you're just as close as me. I don't have that many, do I? Mookie Blaylock can't shoot. I guess we go with... Okay, let's go click Dan Marley and see. Well, that's not that big of a difference. 174 to 223. Let's click Marley and see. It's Horace Grant or Horace Grant and Bobby Phills. So if we trade Horace Grant, we'd have to be able to sign somebody, but we wouldn't have money to sign anybody. So that wouldn't work very well. I think we're going to have to sign Nick Anderson. I would like to first trade King for something, though. Otherwise, we're going to lose cap space. So we go King. Can I get rid of Geiger because he was really bad? And he's not mad, or he's not happy, evidently. A first from the Bucks seems pretty valuable right now, but it won't be soon. Stacey Augman is somebody I looked at before. He's not a shooter at all, and he's actually not better at defense. I thought he'd be better than Nick Anderson, but he's just kind of mediocre at everything, it seems. Augman would be... Yeah, he wouldn't really fit because he wouldn't have minutes to play. Ferry's contract I do not want. I was really hoping for a different backup power forward, or actually that's about all I need, right? Backup power forward, which Brian Williams coming back? No. Does Geiger get me anything now? Hey, you can get me a couple seconds from the Clippers. I don't want that. Everybody else I'd like to remain on the team, so it has to be King. I guess I could go look for who would be a good backup power forward. Dale Davis. Can I trade King? I'm going to try for Dale Davis. Whoops, not Nate. Stacey King for Dale Davis is a no-go because the Pacers can't take that much money. So I've got to take somebody off their hands, which, oh God, not LaSalle Thompson's contract. If he has 5 badges, but probably not ones that help Shaq. We'd be stuck with him until however many days have to pass to be retraded. Kenny Williams doesn't make that much money. He could be my extra forward, I guess. They say no. What if I give you Matt Geiger? They say no. Let me go back. Because he was one of the better guys that popped up as an option. Let's try that. Not Horace Grant, guys. King, McMillan, and Geiger, that's close. It's close. They want McKee. Alright, let's keep looking. Dale Davis would be nice. PJ Brown. King and Phils for Brown and Ferry. I don't want Danny Ferry. Terry Mills. Don't take Dennis Scott. So if my backup center is Manute Bol, this guy probably needs to have a little scoring ability. Although Bol's not going to play that much. So I gave BJ to the Spurs, who is about the same overall as Strickland. So we'll see how much he gets to play. Antoine Carr is a little less money than King. I don't really want the Bulls pick back. I think that's the one I just gave them. Tom Chambers. It's too good, evidently. Doesn't play that much defense, but he does score. Michael Cage. Guys, take Stacey King, please. That's who I want to trade. Cliff. I guess I could also trade one of my other firsts. So they got Vin Baker to be their new center. Tim Hardaway's a free agent. They didn't go with Penny, so maybe they're just pretty sure they're getting Tim Hardaway back. Weber and Mourning together. Weber would be a power forward at this point, but I'm not touching any others' teams. So that's probably why they traded Moses, is he would have been their third center. They didn't have... Burkowski can score a bit. And I think he's good at rebounding. Well, not very good. Why would it take Horace Grant to get Frank Brakowski? Ori was somebody I wanted to try because he has a good mix of offense and defense. Never mind, he has no defense. That's interesting. Maybe he will after a season of progression. So Ori is an option. Gugliotta is a no without trading McKee. Let's see. I think we're going to go try Ori for a little bit. Ooh, the Knicks look really bad if they don't get Ewing back. Any chance of getting AC Green? Guessing not. Because he has great defense and rebounding. He'd actually be a good backup plan for Horace Grant. I'm going to go ahead and just see what it would take. Not McKee, but King. It would take McKee for a first. Well, what if I give you Matt Geiger? McKee for a first. I don't mind giving you Bobby Phills. They say no. He is making a lot more money. That would be quite the upgrade, though. I can sign other minimums. McKee for Perkins. Sam Perkins coming to the team. Well, then AC Green would be like a starting small forward, and we don't want that, so cancel. Alright, the other guy I said was Ori, and he was on the... What team was he on? Bullets. Stacey King. They say no. Geiger. They say no. Bills. He costs too much. John Williams. Rodman and Moses Malone. That's a lot of rebounds. Don't have any seconds left. So Ori doesn't look likely. But I need to trade King, right? Because I can... What was the logic? Because I can go over to sign Anderson. I guess either way I'm over the cap, so it doesn't really matter when I trade King. Right now, King's my backup power forward, so I need to be able to sign a backup power forward. And after I sign Anderson, I won't be able to afford a backup power forward. Unless he's for the minimum, which... What is the minimum? 280. I can get like a Mark Bryant, but I was hoping for somebody that could actually play. So I think trading Stacey King for the backup power forward was really what was needed. Or we just let Stacey King be the backup power forward. Which he was decent offensively. He's not bad defensively, not a good rebounder. And we have his contract as a trade piece potentially moving forward. So maybe that's what we do. One more look. Do I have a pick worth trading? Or I guess I could put Phil's on it and try that. Freeing up cap space at this point doesn't necessarily do anything. I really need a power forward. Does any of these first make sense? If the Knicks don't get Ewing back, that's actually a good pick. My pick I can't trade. The Sixers, if they get Barkley back, that won't be worth anything. The Warriors just drafted Vin Baker they still have Mullen, Hardaway is unknown. So I think we might just give Stacey King a chance. Did I try all three? Does that do anything? Oliver Miller. If I didn't have so many people already playing my wing positions, he'd be a good get. PJ Brown is going to get better. He can rebound and defend. He's only 22. And I'm getting a first-round pick. Saves me money, but not really what I need to do right now. Alright, let's just see what we can do after we, I guess, offer Nick Anderson a contract. 2.26 is what he wants. He's happier with a shorter deal. I think we will try that. So that still gives us $8+ million next year with this deal. I don't know why team options hurt, but player options don't help. I don't understand why they made that change a few years back. Let's do this. This is 93, so hopefully he will go for it. He's a very good system match. I guess if we traded King, John Starks would be an option. Let me take one more look there to see if that's a better idea. Whoops. Starks versus Anderson. Alright. Threes are about the same. I thought it said he was better than that. No? Okay. Mid-range about the same. So offensively about the same, although Anderson's shot IQ is much better. Starks is a little better at the goal. Much better with the ball. Better passer. Anderson has the consistency and rebounding. Not nearly as good at defense. And that's where I sucked, was defense. It's much faster. Tendencies is kind of interesting to look at. Starks is a 79, Anderson's an 89. I kind of want to get John Starks. I didn't like John Starks when he played, but he'd be a good fit for this team. Lots of threes. It's a 90. And great defense. So I'm going to trade King. I'm actually going to do it this time for picks like the Bucks, not the Hawks. The Lakers are still decent. The Bucks are the team giving me picks without any contracts to take back. The Warriors, I think, are going to be all right. So, oh my gosh. And it wasn't doing anything to get Geiger on there, right? The Bucks now give me Avent, Mark Eaton. Sonics were giving me somebody, and they're really good. So I think we just take the Bucks deal. They're going to be good, but they have Morning and Weber, but maybe we can trade that pick for something else. Do they have another? All right. What was it that popped up? 96 first and 97 second. So let's go click the 96 first. Actually, let's click that. And then let's try that. Phil's and Geiger. King and my... That's not mine. That's like that's a team that's not going to be very good, possibly. The Sixers. If they get Barkley back, they're still going to be good. King and Geiger for 2 firsts? Whose is that? It's mine. That's better. I'd rather get Geiger away. That's fine with me. Alright, now we have cap room to offer John Starks a deal because he is getting lowballed by the Suns. He wants 2.64. We're going to give him a 2-year deal. He's happier with that. And we're just going to go forward here. Barkley's probably going to re-sign. Ewing's probably going to re-sign. The Rockets are trying to take away Tim Hardaway. Everybody else pretty much going back to their teams. What about Reggie? Celtics, Drowsin, Nets. Yeah, everybody's going back. I don't think I can get both of them. No. So we're going to take John Starks. Nick Anderson's going to get let go. And we're going to get John Starks because we were terrible at defense. Starks' shot tendency, believe it or not, is lower than Anderson. And higher for threes, so... Alright, now we'll see if Nick Anderson gets offers. I imagine he will. We will have 9 people, so we need to assign some minimums, like power forward that we don't have a backup at now. But McKee can play some power forward. It'd be cool if we could get an old guy to sign for the minimum, but I think, oh, some of these guys are getting offers. Oh no. I guess I do need to offer them then. I kind of wanted to wait until Stark signed. There's Eldon, who's super upset. Why undrafted rookies don't... Well, I guess he was drafted, just not signed. Don't sign for the minimum, I don't really get. Corey Blunt will. He'd be a good third big guy. I hope. I didn't really look at what he... 71. Oh, he's a good rebounder. Okay. Alright, then we'll need a third everything else too, along with a backup power forward, but we gotta figure out who will actually sign for the minimum. And I think we're just gonna move forward to find that out. Corey Blunt will agree. Anderson's still not getting offers. Alright. Nick Anderson now has an offer. Not very good one from the Bucks. We have 10 players. We do have $710,000 in cap space. We can't sign him, right? Not to a contract he wants. So we have 710. 710. Tim Perry was somebody who wouldn't sign with me before. Gaddison looks like he does have a bit of a shot tendency, and I do want somebody that can score a little bit. He can play a little defense, not terrible at rebounding, so that's an option. Terry Davis was also somebody I tried to sign in free agency. He's a good rebounder, but doesn't shoot. John Sally also doesn't shoot. So my backups are Nate McMillan, who doesn't shoot, Manute Bull, who doesn't shoot, Dennis Scott, and Bobby Phills. So an inside scorer would be nice. And he doesn't like me, so I probably shouldn't go back to him. Let's sort by this and see. Oakley wants way too much. Gilliam wants way too much. Grant Long, too much. Perry, too much. So there was Davis, who also doesn't. Who was I considering? Gaddison. Gaddison, that's close. I don't know if he'll accept that or not. Anybody here that he would be wonderful, but too good. I want my 710 to be put to good use. So there's small forwards here that can play power forward. There's Chucky Brown. I don't want Jeff Turner back. Kiki could be a power forward. He shoots a little bit, plays no defense, can't rebound, so he's not a good power forward. Fred Roberts. Can shoot some threes. Not great. But 77 overall would be the best guy I can get, and possibly for the minimum. And he says no. It's got to be really close, though. 81. I think 82 is what they accept. So maybe I go with Gaddison. Larry Stewart is not an offensive player. Catledge was actually okay when I had him in the first year. Just traded him because of his contract. I think we get Terry Catledge. If he would take the minimum, that would be much better. I wish I could do somewhere between there. So Catledge is who I'd like. I gotta wait until a couple days pass to where they will accept it. Roberts might be getting an offer here because he's gonna be, I was gonna say he's gonna be the top of the list, but he's not. So he's still out of range, huh? Still 81. And if I sign people to the minimum, it takes away that 710 cap room, so I don't want to do that yet. I just want to do it until one of them takes it. Okay, it went down a little bit, his expectation, that is. Still declined. So 548 is what Catledge wants, 546, and that's 596. So until those expected numbers change, I don't think my offer is going to be any different. Yeah, this would be close to 535. There we go. Is that going to be good enough? Decline still? It's 84. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose them. There we go. 86. I think we go ahead and do Roberts too. And now we can add more minimums. Okay, so we still need a third center. We just got somewhat older power forwards and small forwards. Third center could be young or old, it doesn't really matter. An old guy with badges would be great, but seems unlikely. Coswell would be a good backup plan if Bull gets hurt. He's not old or young, he's kind of in the middle. James Edwards is a good offensive center. Oh, percentage is going way down. So Coswell. We also need a third point guard. So we've got McMillan and Fleming would be interesting. Decent defender, can pass the ball a little bit. Mark Jackson still isn't signed. Looks like he might go back to the Knicks. Chris Whitney will not sign for the minimum, even though he didn't get signed as a second rounder. I wish they would fix that too, where second rounders never get signed. Especially, like, I don't know, the first 10 picks should get contracts. Alright, so I'm thinking Vern Fleming here. And let's go ahead and give Coswell. Oh, use 3. Catledge still 1, Roberts still 1. Let's get Coswell. Minimum. Oh. Oh wait, we can give him the 710 though. Try 700. Oh man. So 86 must be the cutoff, or maybe it's 85, but so Coswell would get my cap space, and then these other guys are going to get minimums. Alright, so we got Coswell, Catledge, Roberts, Fleming, and our shooting guards are Starks and Phils. Could go with an older guy here, or a younger guy, doesn't really matter. Edwards could play shooting guard, but wants too much money. Del Negro is also too high. Randy Brown is a good defender. Too high. Maybe we just stick with 14 and then we'll maybe sign somebody once the season starts. So Fred Roberts, Vern Fleming signed somewhere else, and that means I can't sign Coswell, which, whatever. I think that 710, yeah, now it's only 430, so we ruined the Dwayne Coswell signing, but Fred Roberts was probably about to get signed by someone else. So we got to find someone else here as our third center that could play if Manute Bol gets hurt. Ralph Sampson has 10 badges. We could hope that he could help Shaq with something, I guess. Let's try it. Can't get him. Catledge and Sampson. Sampson's going to go down a lot, though. Well, we're going to hope he can mentor. He's probably going to go down like 2. He's 33 years old and he's 7'4". Oh, forgot to assign him another point guard. If Randy Brown would sign, that'd be wonderful. Del Negro's too high still. Edwards is too high. I was really hoping to get Randy Brown. Chris Childs. Not great defense, but worth a minimum? Sure. Oh, says declined. Alrighty. Darrell Armstrong hated my team. Before I traded him, it looks like he's still very upset. Looks like he didn't get to play for whoever I traded him to. I don't remember who that was. Bowie could come join the somewhat Magic team. Somewhat real Magic, I mean. Is Mookie Blaylock going to get signed by somebody? Maybe the Nuggets. Interesting. Because nobody's signing Abdul Rauf. That's sad. I don't know. I really hope... I'm going to wait to see if Randy Brown... We're on day 10, so I guess waiting is not really a thing now. Will Childs sign now? No. Well, do we go with Bowie? Who do we have system match here? Guys that we can't afford. I think Anthony Bowie's going to be one of them. And then the other guy will just sign when the season starts, and hopefully guys will take the minimum. There's still some good guys here. Larry Nance is not signed yet. Oakley, Divock probably going back to the Nuggets, although they're also offering Blaylock, so maybe not. So we do have 14 players. Let's see how good they got. Shaq went up 4. That's helpful. Grant stayed the same and gets his morale hopefully reset at the start of the season. Starks did go down 1. At what? Draw foul, speed with ball, speed. So his athleticism took a hit, but he went up in quite a bit of stuff too. These guys all stayed the same, so 3D's not getting any better. Somehow Manute Bol went up 1, Roberts down 2, that's no surprise. Bobby Phills went up 1, and yep, Sampson down 2, and lost 3 of his badges. That's sad. Let's take a look around the league and see what happened. Jamal Mashburn gets drafted by the Mavs, so I guess he's overtaking Clarence Weatherspoon, although in reality he'd probably start at power forward. They're really missing a center. Roy Tarpley somehow... Oh no, that was Henson. That was... Never mind. Bill Lambier's on the Mavericks. The Nets lost Mookie. Kenny Anderson's up 4, though. The Nuggets did get Divock back. I don't see Mookie, so maybe Mookie's a free agent still. Pacers look pretty much the same. Pistons got Nick Anderson. That is not the position they needed. I guess they could start him at small forward. And he stayed at 81. The Rockets got Tim Hardaway. How they had money to do that, I don't know. They are still under the cap. Wow. Okay, well that makes Kenny Smith a backup, I guess. And they don't have a small forward. It's Bruce Bowen as a rookie. Okay. Spurs do not look very good. I gave them Armstrong and Ellie. And what else did I give them? The future Bulls pick for the 4th overall. That's a beautiful trade. Suns are still ridiculously good. Sean Kemp goes up 2. Gary Payton's an 84 still. Larry Bird down a couple. Jimmy Jackson up 3. Blazers look the same. Warriors lose Tim Hardaway. Drafted Vin Baker. Michael Jordan's still the best player. Charles Barkley re-signed with the Sixers. Bucks draft Weber. Do they still have money since they have 2 draft picks? Oh no. I guess the number 1 picks make quite a bit of money too. Morning went up 4, it said. Horry goes up a couple. Moses goes down 3. Bulls, LaFonso went up 3. We got Doherty down 1. Cavs look pretty much the same with no Larry Nance, though, who might be a free agent still. Celtics, everybody got worse. Clippers, guys are going up. Hawks drafted Isaiah Ryder. They don't have a center. It's Elmore Spencer. David Wesley went up a couple. Everybody on the Heat's getting better. Williams up a couple. We got the Jazz still with their big duo. Richmond's going down and re-signed with the Kings. Latrell's going up 3. So it's funny that Richmond and Skrill are on the same team. They were both drafted by the Warriors. Ewing and Jackson both go back to the Knicks. So a lot of the guys stayed put in this free agency. We will go ahead and get past the Summer League. Actually, let's switch the... Oh, damn. Let's get to here, I guess. Oh, don't care. Don't care. Wait, I didn't look at staff retirements. Oh no. I guess I skipped that somehow. Okay, we want to load our 94. It's the last of the ones I've done. What is happening? I am being offered Dan Marley for Horace Grant. I mean, that's a... What is happening? First and Blackman for Horace Grant. Did I just break the game? Burkowski for McMillan. Is the game broken right now? Why are we in the season? What is happening? Anybody else know what's happening? Because... Well, I get... we're 3-1. But... I didn't... Is it because I clicked on staff retirements and it didn't know what to do? That was a glitch if I've ever seen one. I did not click advance. I guess it loaded my draft class. It looks correct. Okay, well, you get a preview, I guess, of the first 2 weeks of the season, even though it just said Shaq broke his hand. Who knows how many minutes he was playing. That was fun. Okay, well, what I was trying to get to was just to change some numbers and positions, but it didn't want me to do that, I guess. So Penny, Starks took Scott's number. That's not cool. He's going to be 3 and Starks can be 9. 14. Bowie's supposed to be 14. How about 13 and 14? He was 31. I have no idea what number Fred Roberts is supposed to be. 30-something. He's 11, 33, 31. He was 44 in his last year, so let's go with 44. 54, Catledge. Bull I had as number 1, but that's Penny. He can be 11 now. Blunt was supposed to be 40 maybe. Go ahead and make Catledge 33 like he's supposed to be as well. Blunt was 44. He can be 40 though, that's fine. Alright, well we have our 3 centers, we have our 3 power forwards. I don't think any positions actually need changed. I do want to go see if there's a point guard I should sign. There are some good people here. It'd be cool if people would take the minimum. Maybe if I start winning, they will. They'll want to sign with a contender. These are even lower than they were in the off season, so I don't really understand that. So I guess I'll wait. Alright, well, I'll give you, I guess, an idea of what the rotation's going to be without Shaquille O'Neal. Before I do that, we might as well just go ahead and look at these games. We did beat the Sixers, their only loss so far. We annihilated them in the fourth quarter. It looks like we're starting Nate McMillan over Penny Hardaway to kick things off. We beat the Nets by 40, who we really struggled with last year. 3D with 20. Derek McKee with 17. Look at Terry Catledge go. Nate McMillan was really bad. Beat the Heat. There's Shaq. I assume based on Shaq's average when we looked, he didn't play very much against the Pacers here. The Pacers are 5-0. And we lost by 30 almost. He played 3 minutes and didn't score, so there's that. Alright, let's get the lineup set, and then I'll do the rest of the stuff, I think, offline. Penny's going to start, especially now with Shaq out. We need scoring. Let's just take everybody's minutes down and fill them in as we go. Alright, we got... I don't think Fred Roberts is supposed to be in the rotation. That's a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward. Yeah, Roberts is not supposed to be in here. So it should be a center now that Bull is up there. I don't know who's starting at center. Could be Horace Grant, I guess. Could do Grant at center, McKee at power forward. New Bull cannot play that much. He's 31 years old. He hasn't even scored yet. Has he shot? He's 0 for 2. I feel like we're probably going 11 man. Because Sampson can't play that much either. Grant's playing a lot more than that. He's going to be super upset again. Catledger's going to play a whole lot, probably. So we've got 20 left at center. Yeah, he's going to play at least that much. Alright, 13 and 15 is 28. 20 at center for Grant. Leaves 15 at power forward. That's 23, so 38. Leaves 10 at power forward for McKee. He should play more than that. Ten at power forward, so 22. Small forward, so that's at least 26 for him. Starks probably play more. Do 16 and see what that looks like. Penny 30. Let's do something like that. Sad looking. Oh boy. shoot at will, I guess. I mean, we're 3-1, so physical defense, neutral, and then I want to do this. Balanced defense, Penny hates. Everybody else, Starks likes everything, it seems. Does Penny like anything? No, he really doesn't. He doesn't know what he likes. Alright, well, that's where I'll stop. That glitch was unfortunate, but I guess at least we're winning, and I don't know what Shaq's minutes were at, but hopefully whatever they had him at is not the reason he got hurt. 35, 36, so it's about what I would have had him at probably. 35, 36, 36, so hopefully it would have happened either way. Pacers are our only loss, and they're the only undefeated team. No, the Blazers and Jazz are undefeated too. We're about to play the Bulls without Shaq, so that should be fun. Cool. Alright, well, we will get the season going next time I'm on, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a better outcome than last season's missing of the playoffs. So, as usual, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, Shaq Redemption's out.